the very interesting was it the Chinese qualifiers. We saw a lot of Gani, and Gani disappeared. We haven't seen him since. Interestingly enough, these regional monsters have the color of the region, right? Okeanos, red.
Wait, I'm confused.
So that tells me one thing is that the cigar was probably an accident and likely the reason for the pause in the beginning. It was probably an accidental lock-in and they needed to redo it, and the judges have said that it was a technical issue that got it locked in there.
Probably.
We called an audible. I didn't know we could do that.
The interesting thing is seeing this monster that didn't have a speed lead and now does. So a big surprise, the big first surprise of the day, Stoic.
Yep, that is quite interesting. So we got an Oliver, we got a Water Ryu getting locked in here by TAKUZO. We've double speed lead already locked in here. Chandra, of course, having that 24 speed lead here for Les. I'm curious to see, are we going to catch a Cigar here, or did Cigar get a second pre-ban?
Yeah, and the thing that I love to see is this Charlotte right here. One of the best attack bar reducers in the game. Also has a stun on the other skill. And then the segment, the high base speed, has that skill too that puts a lot of debuffs. So a lot of additional damage coming in from other monster right behind it can help. The Juno is a great counter to everything that's on the table, right?
Yeah, the Juno is a great counter here, but I'm curious. Yes, we are. I was going to say, I think we're going to revert it here. Even though we locked in the double speed lead, we had the segment and the Charlotte, and clearly showing Les really wants that turn one. TAKUZO said, hey, I'm going to flip the switch. Goes Juno, goes Kaki, turn two.
Yeah, and the interesting thing will be, does he pick a secondary speed lead, or does he bring more sustain to the team? Because right now, it's everything on Chandra's shoulder, and he does bring sustain. The Fang Gang!
So Les is honestly doing the exact same thing here. We just went from like speed lead, turn one, and he goes, wait, I'm going to flip the switch too. We got a Verde heal, probably triple revenge Verde, let's be real. Of course, Feng Yan, excellent unit. It's got an incredible buff here. Very, very tough to remove off this field here. Tessarian, what a monster.
El Presidente, the president is picked last right here. The monster that destroys all passives. Very interesting pick with the Oblivion, the Death Break. Right now, does that tell you that he leaves the Verde and the Fang on the field, or is this a bait? He can obviously ban the speed lead and just go for turn one, but it sounded like a bait.
No, it was definitely a Tessarian ban there, having no form of cleanse or no immunity to protect his unit from Tessarian. Tessarian had to be banned out here. But let's find out what's going to happen here as we get into our very first match here with Les and TAKUZO. Segment kicking things off for us.
The segment can go for this. Oliver hits the increased cooltime, and now no one stuns. Gets countered on top of it, and the Charlotte will have a field day. She can do skill 3, and she's protected by the will, so not even the counter. Oh, she goes for the stun. Interesting choice.
Didn't even get a stun there on top of that Oliver there. We got a little bit of protection. Got the hug coming out here from Chandra. Chandra with skills available with that third skill. Did choose a user? He's going to be holding on to it.
Yeah, he tried to play it a little bit safer. He doesn't go for it. The
Verde
keeps countering. This is going to be an interesting game for the Juno if this Verde continues to counter. Oh, and she says, I can counter myself.
Also built on revenge. It's going to be this Juno with the double despair stun as well, stripping that hug right off the Charlotte, but we got Cursed and Beautiful that can go out. I feel like he's trying to hold on to that just because of this Kinky. He wants to see that immunity removed off to get that defense break on that unit.
I agree, but I think he got a little bit greedy because now this Charlotte, no she procs. Wow.
That is crazy. No defense break's going to be landing there either. We've got Verde Heal pumping a little bit of damage into that Juno. Cursed and Beautiful coming out here. Get that defense break that he was looking for on top of that Kinky as well. Primed and ready. He has to get rid of this Water Ryu.
Yeah, can he get a sleep right here? A sleep would be huge. Doesn't get it. The Juno survived one more turn to tell the tale. He can kill the Water Ryu right now and gets a lot of damage.
Yeah, Les looking really good right now, removing that unit from the field. It looks like Oliver's going to be gone here. We got to be careful with the Juno. Juno's looking really, really low as well. Second skill available. Does get that stun across the field here. More damage coming out. Does remove that Juno here.
It's going to be the Kinky against everyone. And this Death Break, the saving of these skills might have won him the game, Stoic. He went greedy, he waited for it, and he killed this Kinky.
Yeah, there you go. We got Les taking down TAKUZO in round one.
Les already 1 point toward his second World Championship title with a question mark at the end. Let's see if he can repeat it in the best of 5. He needs to do that 2 more times against TAKUZO in order to move on to the semifinals.
Evan, what a nail biter. I love this kind of games. It looked like TAKUZO had it on lock in the beginning there, but Les was just so patient, Stoic.
Yep, he really was. He was very, very patient with the skills, and that was well played there. So he felt very, very comfortable. Les he took a lot of damage out there. So, you know, TAKUZO still has a chance there. He put a good little hurting on Les, but he did handle it really, really well there, and he did his job. He didn't lose any of his units in that match.
It's true. I'm happy to announce that we've reached our first accumulated viewership reward, so we can look forward to seeing 3 of those engraved scrolls as well as some Rainbow Mon in our inboxes after the show today. So thank you to everybody for watching already. Be sure to share the tournament with folks so that way we can add on to those accumulated viewership totals, and I can be one step closer towards a Devilmon. Thank you all to chat. Great first game from Leston TAKUZO. TAKUZO is probably not shook just yet. He has plenty of time to adjust to this here, Stoic.
Yep, that's correct. I mean, this is not someone who's going to be shook. I think he's going to be perfectly fine. He knows he's going up against an absolute monster Les. Trust me, he does know that. He's been casting for this man for a really, really long time. But I do think he's still going to be safe here. I'm very curious to see what he's going to be bringing to the table here, because we didn't get to see any of that, like, that stuff that he does prepare here. We saw, you know, I think more counterplay coming out of TAKUZO going into that match there.
We're about to go into match number 2 here in this set. Now, Seppi, another reason why TAKUZO should still feel more than comfortable, he's played the most matches out of anybody at this tournament. We mentioned that briefly earlier when he came on stage, but 27.
He's been behind before, Evan. Like you said it, he's gotten so much experience this year that I don't think this is going to shake him at all. And now for game 2, Stoic, let's see if TAKUZO once again goes for that counterplay style, which Les also fell into. I love how both of them adapted, you know? It didn't feel like they just had these 5 monsters in their mind, and they did it. And this time we see 2 LD units getting pre-banned.
Yep.
If you pre-ban a Julian, does that tell you that you're going for a CC kind of more, you know, control-y strats?
It tells me he just really doesn't want to go up against that Julian. Julian's just a wild unit that you got to keep that thing pre-banned here. But no surprise seeing a Yanhong getting pre-banned out there. 33 speed lead coming through with a Vanessa, and we have another 33 speed lead hitting the table, and that is Oliver and Praha for Lest.
The signature unit. You know, he says, I've used Praha before she was cool. She's kind of like the Gio to you. You know, the Oliver to you. But no, he swaps again for the Chandra and the Charlotte, the Cha-Cha-Cha. The Cha-Cha-Cha double. Now the Etna comes out. Very high base speed unit. Maybe we'll see the response with the segment right there if TAKUZO doesn't lock herself before.
Yep, let's see what happened. 33 speed lead with an Etna and Shizuka. I really, really like the Shizuka because now he has to prepare for that unit here, because Shizuka able to bring a lot of volatility to the table here if Les isn't going to be monitoring that unit.
Yeah, but now the segment, 1 reset comes out. Does he bring the second reset with Cigar, or does he wait and brings in more sustain? Juno comes out very strong against the replication of the effects from the Shizuka, and strong as well against this Etna.
Yep, here we go. Sekhmet, Juno getting locked in for Les. 2 more picks here for TAKUZO. TAKUZO, I want to see him use up this time. Take your time here. Prepare for this man, because with a little bit of counterplay here, Juno hitting the field here, and we get to see Water Ryu and Nikki hit the field for TAKUZO.
I really like this comp, Stoic, like we talked about. This is a monster that puts attack buff, hits multiple times with very strong artifacts, cleanses and heals the team, so very balanced comp. And now, once again, a Vertihill that is not in triple revenge. Apparently, he's in quadruple or quintuple revenge, because he revenged a lot on game number 1.
Also on a bajillion% crit rate as well, critting on water units, absolutely no problem. Yeah. And he's like, no, that is not happening again. We get the Vertihill pre-banned banned out here, and we've got Nikki getting banned. We have a 33 speed lead coming out for TAKUZO. Let's see if TAKUZO's able to really take control here, take that turn 1 with the Etna, and do something about it. Never mind. It's a very fast segment.
But she misses!
Ooh.
She misses, and now there's a big opening. He can go for the stun. No!
Resisted.
And it's on Violent.
Yeah, what a cruel mistress right there. Being resist that nonsense there. But we get a little bit of additional damage coming out here. Charlotte is looking a bit low, though.
Yeah, he can go with the skill 3 this time. I prefer that, but the thing is, you will get all of these things in your head because there's the Shizuka right there, so the stun will end up playing against you. Right now he has to choose, do I do that? Well, best of both worlds.
I think that has to happen. I think he has to go with that third skill, protect his unit, get soul protected across the table as well. We get lots of negative effects out here. Let's see what happens.
There's one problem, because then the segment still has her reset, so she can steal some stuff if he doesn't get rid of units. Look at that damage.
He has to kill, and he does get the kill right there. Big second skills coming out there. Strips absolutely everything.
Is that a Juno or a Rika on the field? I see so many dots.
That is insane. Curse of Beautiful goes out there. It's going to be dropping the Etna. Etna's going to be coming back here. More initial damage going to be pumped in from this Juno, of course. We got that second scale going back to protect that Ethna. Try and get another revive out there.
Oh! Great stun on the segment. The Edna lands the death break. Now the Juno doesn't have the strip, so the Edna won't have a chance to kill someone. Does he go for this Chandra and guarantees that he's done it? That's what I like. Or does he risk it and go for the segment just to go for the kill?
Oh, he is going to be going for the kill. I really wanted to see that go out.
Oh.
It's not going to matter because he gets the additional turn there. More damage coming out on the Chandra, but there's a lot of low units here. We're going to see a Water Ryu drop to all these. Maybe. Does he drop? He does drop.
He does drop. He needs a proc. No proc from the Etna. The Vanessa will go down. And with this, once again, Lest takes number 2. The game.
Lest with an incredible game number 2, putting him ahead of TAKUZO 2 points. Man, that segment did her best to throw the game at the start there, Stoic.
I mean, it's exactly what we were saying. Like, usually when that happens, that segment goes out there, doesn't get the third skill, and like the match is already lost here. But not in this situation. I feel like Les was just super safe. You know, he brought a lot of just comfort and kept his team alive on the field. So well done, Les. Really hold on, because clearly this was a little bit better here for TAKUZO from that first round, getting into that second round. He was able to take more units here. So we went from not taking in units first round, taking 2 units down. Now, do we go into a third round where TAKUZO actually beats Les this time?
I think it's definitely possible. Now, here's the thing. Les did a great job with extremely safe picks, Stoic. I think you said it so right. Now, my MVPs of that game, I think the Juno really shone through for Les. But Seppi, the Etna was also an MVP. She did her best to try to win that game for TAKUZO.
Yeah, she did. She got some very important procs. She dealt a lot of damage and removed a couple units, but it wasn't enough, you know? The Juno, in the end, a fire unit was too difficult to remove.
Yep.
Oh, yes, sir. We're going into game number 3. Lest versus TAKUZO. Lest at game point.
Let's see what happens, guys. Round number 3. Pre-bans from last time. We got the Julianne and Yan Hong. They are now available. New pre-bans getting locked in right here as we get into this potentially final round here with Les, but TAKUZO looking to keep himself alive.
I hope not, Stoic. I hope we have more games in it. And TAKUZO has been so close. This matches haven't been one-sided at all. Go back to Vanessa pre-ban and then the Nikki pre-ban. Les has made a decision. He's not going to play against this occult girl today.
Yep, that's right. Pre-bans locked in. Vanessa, Nikki, going to be the pre-bans as we get into this round number 3. Charlotte, is Charlotte really going to be the first pick from Les?
This is incredible. If he does that, I can feel that this is going to change things in the meta. People are going to still start to prioritize that. Whoa.
Still crazy.
Yeah. I'm so...
He's testing the waters.
I just want to look at Les and just see his reactions. Like, what's going on?
He's
guys
deep
cold?
in the tank
Oh,
right now.
it's a flash.
That's
same
deep.
as round 1.
Okay.
Ends up being same as round 1.
Yeah, look over. You can see him looking over there. So I have a feeling that all right, okay.
TAKUZO says two can play this game. Yeah. I'm going to flash some LD units, but don't forget to pick the units that you actually want to pick. The Oliver coming out, 33% speed lead, and stealing the Vertihill. Look at that, Stoic.
Yep, makes sense there. Definitely see. Is this a switch? I can't imagine this is a triple revenge Verd being drafted this early. In my opinion, this has to be one of those times where a player prepares 2 Verdi heals, 1 on Swift, 1 on triple revenge. That's got to be the situation when you're going to be drafting it that early here and only seeing a Chandra. So we've got a Julianne, we've got a segment getting locked in here. Turn 1, I mean, Les wants it. That's what that segment's saying. And we saw how fast that segment was with a 33 speed on one side and a 24 on the other.
Yeah, very, very fast. She outsped the Etna. The thing was that it was a violent Etna. This is probably a Swift segment. And now finally the Julianne comes out. He brings 2 sources of Oblivion, but there's only 1 passive. And now the Wusa with immunity protecting the team, and there's no strip. He can pick double immunity and it's over.
Oh, there's your Velajoul. Yeah, it goes double immunity and it's over. It's the only units that are going to be bringing 3 turn immunity, both of them on the field right here for Lest.
I think it's over, Stoic. This is a great draft. This is a great draft. You just ban the Yan Hong and you hug yourself because you drafted amazingly well.
Yep, that's kind of what that is. I mean, this is why early strippers are really, really great to bring to the table here, like a Water Ryu. You know, maybe not a Chung Pong as a first pick here, but that's exactly what this situation is. It's just a total utter lack of strippers right now. 33 speed lead coming out for TAKUZO. Even if TAKUZO does take turn 1, it's turn 1 to no avail. It's going to be immunity for days.
Yeah, I'm very sad this happened because TAKUZO had been drafting so well, but now I think Les got on his mind a little bit too much. The Vertihill kept getting banned, and he had to pick it himself, but the Verd didn't really fit this comp, right?
Yep, exactly. A little bit of poke damage is going to be coming out here. These shields are going to be holding up really, really strong. This immunity is going to be holding up really, really strong.
Yeah, once the skill 2 from this segment comes out, a lot of damage will be dealt, my friend.
I hope he uses, I was going to say, I really hope he just uses the third skill anyways. Just like, give him a shot, please. Because that's rough, man.
I don't think anyone wants to give shots over here. And now the Death Ray comes in. The glancing on the Verd. Double glancing. Can he kill another water unit? And it's a 4v3.
Yep, there it is. I mean, he doesn't have to use that third skill. He can use that third skill. A little bit of poke damage is going to go out onto that Oliver. We got the third skill, getting that reset there on the Hearn.
So there's no cleanse. Nice proc, but it's going to be really difficult to climb this mountain, Stoic. A lot of damage, a lot of protection, and remembering that the Velojoule hasn't used his skill 3 yet.
Yep, well there's that skill 2 going out with the initial turn happening right there. A little bit of damage coming towards Tsarian. More damage probably going towards that Tsarian, taking advantage of that defense break. Third skill's happening right there. This is what we're talking about, you know, not having a stripper. We went from 3-turn immunity to getting 3-turn immunity. And look at this, primed and ready, violent procking Wusa. Wusa already has third skill already. He's got a second skill for more damage. Just what a safe draft from Les.
Yeah, Les showing once again he's one of the strongest drafters in this tournament. And you know what? TAKUZO had been doing a great job, but the experience shows up right here, right? He got in his mind.
The former world champ with the second 3-0 of the day, Les, moves forward to meet Diligent in the first round of the semifinals later today. Guys, that was just an incredible draft from Les. He did a super good job. I think TAKUZO did have a couple good rounds ahead of him before that third one, but it was a little bit of an overreaction to a single passive unit being drafted there, Seppi.
Yeah, very difficult to face a player that strong like Les, unfazed, and the biggest thing for all of us, I don't even call the next thing a match. It's a treat. We're going to have the 2 world champs facing each other, and who will come out on top.
Totally, completely agree. So, Stoic, you also mentioned that it was a completely safe draft earlier. Immunity, always.
Always,
He had
yeah.
immunity in his back pocket that he wasn't